What's going on, my friends? Hey, it is Saturday, October 15th. It's late at night. Another 50 minutes, it'll be midnight, something like that. Anyway, I'm going to do an updated Who 12-inch collection, some changes and some additions, and actually a couple of omissions, really. Since I got a few more in than I needed, I'm taking a couple out. So, but anyway, and before I get started, you know, if you look around the room, you can see I like a lot of different music. If you look at this collection, it's just full of all kinds of stuff. It's British Invasion and all kinds of progressive rock. There's some pop. There's some power pop stuff from the 70s and 80s. But there's all kinds of crap. Lots of jazz too. I just received a couple of packages yesterday. One is from Wayside Music, a brand new Muffins 12 CD collection. It's actually a baker's dozen because there's a DVD in there of a performance from 2000, I can't remember, sometime in the 2000s. And I listened to disc 1 and I listened to part of disc 2 yesterday, and it's great stuff. If you're familiar with the Muffins and you didn't know about this box, you need to order it because there's not a whole lot. It's a relatively limited run and it's going to go fast. It's really amazing stuff. Muffins is a great band with Dave Newhouse, Billy, oh God, I'm going to forget everybody's names. Paul Sears is on drums. Billy, I can't remember Bill's name. Bass player, great bass player. Everybody's really on. And Tom Scott on horns and stuff. Dave plays keyboards and horns as well. And they're all writers, but Dave seems to crank out probably more material than everybody else. But everybody is on their game in that band. The Muffins is a fantastic band. Fantastic. And so check out this box. Here, I'm going to pick it up and show it to you. The Muffins. And beautifully designed by Eric Cairns, and wonderfully cleaned up recordings, because some of this is it's all archival stuff for the most part. All cleaned up by Ian Beabout. Ian Beabout. Ian, am I saying that right? You're not watching this video. You've got more important things to do, I'm sure. The other package I got was a package by Jerry King and John Shirley, and it was an enhanced, like a deluxe package with the CD. This is the second or third collaboration with Jerry and John, and this one happens to be signed by John Shirley. If you're familiar with Blue Oyster Cult, you probably recognize the name John Shirley. Jerry King is a musical wizard and is just amazing as well. Plays a bunch of different instruments. He's principally a guitarist, but plays bass and plays trombone, and I think he plays all kinds of other stuff too. And I know he's been working on the drums a little bit, but I don't know if he plays any drums on here. At any rate, I have yet to play this because I've been so busy. But I will be cranking this up soon. The deluxe package comes with this awesome book, John Shirley, with 4 really weird stories. And John signed the book, as well as the guy who designed the cover art, and did some artwork in here as well. So the book is signed by the two people who worked on the book. There you go. Dan Sauer is the artist. John Shirley is the writer. You can see he's been busy lately. So he's been busy for a while, actually. He writes a lot of books. Anyway, I'm going to leave this here, and I'm going to leave this here, so you can keep looking at it through the whole video if you want. Now, they have nothing to do with The Who, okay? I'm just saying I just got these two brand new releases, and I'm very excited about them, and that they are amazing artists. Fusion, experimental, really great material. But anyway, look, if you like good drums, and if you know anybody who likes The Who, if you like Keith Moon, you love good drums, you're going to hear that on these recordings. There's no question about it. Really good stuff. And the feedback that has been floating out about both of these things, it is super positive feedback. So anyway, enough about the Muffins and Jerry King and John Shirley. Now let's start with The Who. I'm going to show you, this will be the definitive Who video, at least once it's done. And of course, the first 4 domestic pressings of the first 4 Who albums. Here is My Generation, and of course it's on Decca. These are all on Decca, and as you saw in the last 2 videos, if you saw them, the absolutely pristine condition, just beautiful. All right, stereo pressing. I wish it was a mono pressing. That would be even more beautiful, but it's not. It's a stereo pressing. But I do love the fact that there's just no ring wear at all on this cover. And for a record that was released in '66, or this might be an actually a '67 release, although it does have one of these original Decca inner sleeves, but it is beautiful condition. You see any ring wear on there, you tell me. Nothing. It's so clean. It doesn't even look like sunlight touched it. I mean, it's just so freaking clean. So anyway, Who sings My Generation on Decca, and it is a stereo pressing, but it's so friggin' beautiful, and it does sound good to my tin ears. So there you go. My Generation. Here's my slightly beat up copy of Happy Jack. I'm not going to pull the records out after showing you that first Decca one. You know what Decca, the Decca label looks like. All right, pristine. Well, I shouldn't say pristine, but I would say near mint anyway. My Generation's pristine. That's near mint. This one's got a cut corner, so it's cut out. But The Who Sell Out. Apparently they didn't, because it was cut out. So, but a beautiful pressing nevertheless. The album is in wonderful condition, and I've had this for many years. And then another cutout, Magic Bus, right? Yeah. All right. Yeah, this is good. There's actually some duplicates on here, like Run, Run, Run is on here. That's on Happy Jack. Got the single version of Magic Bus. And it's got I Can't Reach You, Our Love Was, Is. Those, there's 3 songs off of, off of a quick one, or Happy Jack, actually. So some duplication there. But anyway, I think the cover's awesome. Cover's beautiful, even if it is a cutout. You know, if they cut it out, man, I'd rather have like a little tiny saw mark, or maybe just maybe a little less corner cut off there. That would be nice. But I hate it when they punch a hole in it. You know, they do that in Canada a lot with their cutouts. And in England, I noticed too. They do it here in the States too, so I don't know. But I don't like it. Here is the Virgin Records re-release from 1980. Is it 79 or 80 or 81? I think it was 80 that this came out, and is a in mono, and is a British import. And I picked this up real fast when it was released, and it sounds good to me. There was some word that it wears out quickly. Maybe I just didn't play it enough, so I don't know. Let's turn up this there. You know, it's October 15th, and it's late at night. It's still pretty mild here in Maryland. Wow, it's pretty amazing. All right, here's the heavy stuff, and these relatively recent re-releases are probably the definitive and final releases you're going to see of these albums. But the material, man, the extra material that you have here is great. This is a triple disc mono set of the British My Generation. That was originally released on Brunswick. Of course, now it's Polydor UMC. There's your track listing. If you don't have this by now and you're a Who fan, it's crazy, because you're going to want this stuff, I would think. I love like all these single B-sides and stuff, single A-sides too, and all kinds of outtakes. I mean, this is great stuff. And it's just a gatefold, so you get that. But there are 3 records that come with this set, and it is highly recommended by a Who fan to all other Who fans. I couldn't wait to get my hands on this when I heard about it coming out. Beautiful. With the original British cover, of course. And here, it took me a little bit longer to get my hands on the stereo release, which is only a 2-record set. Once I realized that the bonus tracks were very different, I said, what are you waiting for? So here is the stereo set. There's the track listing if you would like to see it. Here, let's just, the freaking glare of that plastic cover is not a good thing. So there you go. Disc 1, disc side 1, side 2, and then disc 2. And of course you can look it up on Discogs or anywhere else online that you can think of. But anyway, beautiful Brunswick labels on there too. Here is a quick one. This is a re-release, and it's in mono, British cover design, and slightly different track listing. This includes Heatwave, which was not on Happy Jack, the American counterpart. Of course, there's that beautiful reaction label. Yeah, I love that. And some definite differences in the mix on some of the tracks, for sure. So here, let's put this in here. This didn't have a poly liner in it, but I glued one in there, and you know, to protect my album. Get in there, you red bastard. Great. Okay, quick one. Ah, beautiful. All right, here, for the first time in the proper chronological order, here is a live release, live at the Monterey International Pop Festival. A quick one, a quick live one, a quick live one, that makes sense. Here's the back of it. Here is the inner sleeve. Got all kinds of cool black and white shots, some stills, some text that gives you some more detail about who was responsible for this. Here's the tape, I guess. The tape box that is that held the tape that they used to the source material for this album. And the record itself, if you hadn't seen it before, is this really cool color vinyl thing that color vinyl freaks like myself really dig. I love this. So there you go. All right. So, and it's got, you know, it's not the best sounding live material you can get, but it's good. It's good enough for me to enjoy, for sure. Again, years of cymbal smashing has provided me with the 10 years to manage to deal with this kind of sound. Not that it's that bad. I'm just making a stupid joke. All right, so Monterey Pop Festival on color vinyl. Multi-color vinyl, of course. So, next up is the absolutely fantastic Who Sell Out. This is the mono set? Yeah, the sticker tells you. I managed to save the hype stickers. You could peel it off the shrink wrap and pop it on this plastic thing, this plastic sleeve that protects my record covers. And this is the Yeah, 2LP Mono Deluxe Remastered Edition. This is great, man. And when I saw this was coming out a few years ago, I hopped on this right away. I didn't even wait. If you waited, you would get a better deal. Maybe I should have waited, because the deals, the price on this has gone down a lot. So check it out, man. Check it out. Look for it, because if you don't have it already and you like this album, you're nuts not to pick up a copy of this. So, of course, the original album in mono is the first record, and the bonus tracks in mono are Pictures of Lily, original UK track single mix, Dr. Doctor, UK single mix, The Last Time, Under My Thumb, original UK single mixes, which I believe the ones on the more recently released Odds and Sods on CD anyway are, I think they're different mixes, pretty sure, if I remember correctly. I Can See for Miles, the original UK track single mix. Marianne with the Shaky Hands, original US Decca single mix, a Decca single B-side in here in the States, but not released in England. Go figure that. And then Someone's Coming, another original US Decca single mix. Yeah, Marianne with the Shaky Marianne with the Shaky Hand was on the B-side of I Can See for Miles, and that was nice too, man. It's nice. I have that on a single. And then they have some radio jingles and some other outtakes. Excuse me. And these are, I guess these are all in mono. I think everything's in mono here. And then it ends with Great Shakes, a minute-long ad with Keith Moon talking about great shakes. And oh yeah, here is the inner sleeve, or the inner bag, as they say in England, for disc 1. Yeah, awesome. Nice write-up on everything, you know, and they show you they actually show you the box. And then, of course, it comes with a reproduction of the poster that was originally included in early copies of the first pressing of this album. And I will open it up and show you the poster. And there's your poster. All right, the stereo package comes with the same poster. And it's so nice to have this, because I never had this poster. Never picked it up. Never picked up a copy with the poster until I picked up these deluxe re-releases, and I'm real happy to have them. I'll stick the poster back in here where it will be protected, and I will put it back in here where this will be protected, and then I will show you the record. And of course it's on red vinyl. Well, of course. Side one. I think this is side 1. Yeah, this is side 1. And then side 2. So got a label with a bunch of beans on it, which is lovely. And nice. So you get that in a red vinyl. Here's the inner sleeve for the second disc. All right, and yeah, tells you about these tracks, and of course The record itself is orange, lovely. Awesome. Yeah. I love this collection. I love the stuff. I like having stuff. You know, I know that that's like horrible, you know, when you have stuff. You're basically tied to all this stuff. And when you have to move, you got to move your stuff. And when you got a lot of stuff, it's not easy to move. It's a drag, man. But you know, it is what it is. It's my freaking music collection, and I really dig it. So there you go. What can I tell you? Okay. So let's put this away, and let's look at the stereo package. The stereo package is real nice. Different pictures on the inside here. I don't even know if I opened up the gatefold sleeve to show it off. But anyway, this is very different than the mono inner sleeve, gatefold inner sleeve, and it does have different bonus tracks. Side 3 is Marianne with the Shaky Hand, the U.S. single version. Someone's Coming, Summertime Blues, Glittering Girl, Early Morning Cold Taxi, Girl's Eyes. And then side 4 is Coke After Coke, Sodding About, Things Go Better with Coke, and The Hall of the Mountain King, Jaguar, and Rail, the IBC remake. It's a 6.5 minute long track. So you get a nice outtake there. And of course, it's all in glorious stereo. And the records are black. Beautiful. Here are the two 1970s, I think they're 73 re-releases, or 76 was it? The Kids, yeah, Magic Bus and My Generation. All selections in these albums have been previously released on the Decca and MCA labels. Yep. And I think it came out in 70. I think these came out in 76. Or maybe it was 73, because Who's Next came out in 71, and that's what put them over the top. So, but anyway, they're just two album sets of My Generation and Magic Bus. And you know, specially priced, of course. And here's a quick one, and Happy Jack. The version of a quick one, Happy Jack, you know, subtitled Happy Jack here, includes Heatwave. All right, so this might be the first time it was released in the United States. That Heatwave track. So there you go. I think that's the case. And here's some odd imports, but really decent sound quality, and very, very inexpensive. That's why I ended up picking these up years and years ago. Portrait of the Who. I believe this is a French. One's French and one's German. Oh, printed in the Netherlands, which is close to German. Polydor, Yeah, the other one's from France, I believe. It's a weird compilation. This has some odd tracks like Bucket Tea, like The Who on tour. Oh, it's got Bucket Tea, I'm a Boy, I believe that's a single version. Pictures of Lily, Doctor, Doctor, I Can See for Miles, and Substitute. And then you get Happy Jack, The Last Time, In the City, Call Me Lightning, Marianne with the Shaky Hand, and Dogs. Marianne with the Shaky Hand, I think that is the album version. I don't think it's a single version, but it's been a while since I actually listened to this particular record. So put this in like this. It's a little CD thing. The record is in absolutely pristine condition. So I hardly ever play it, because if I'm going to play a Who album, in most cases it's going to be one of their actual albums. Or their regular studio albums. But it's kind of cool to put something like this on, because it's just got all kinds of odd tracks. It's got album tracks mixed in with single B-sides and stuff. So it kind of makes for, shakes things up a bit. Here is The Who on Impact. And this is I believe this is a French, Paris. All right. And what it is it's got tracks from Sellout, and then it's got tracks from A Quick One, as you can see. And then of course it's advertising all these other albums they want you to spend your money on. All right. So it's actually, I was thinking it was side one and maybe one side or the other of each album, but I think what they did was they just took tracks off of each album, because Armonia City in the Sky is on side A. It's what kicks off the album. And then Marianne with the Shaky Hands is on there. And then I Can See for Miles and Sunrise. It's like all mixed up. How they chose the tracks that they chose, who knows? Right. Here is, of course, lovely Tommy. This is a UK import on track. It's getting a little bit beat up at the bottom there, but there's no ring wear. Do you see any ring wear on here? I don't see any ring wear. And that is one of the things that's really important to me. I don't like ring wear on my album covers. I want the art to be pretty much intact. So it's one of my prerequisites in most cases. And the albums themselves are in beautiful condition. The booklet is in wonderful shape as well. And of course it's on Track Records and comes in a nice polyline sleeve. As a lot of the albums did in jolly old England. Not here in America though. Here in the United States, it's like, hey man, buy your own polyline sleeves. So there's a whole market for it here, of course. Yeah, and I'm supporting that market too. So, yeah. Gotta take care of your records, man. But yeah, there you go. Yeah, a little bit beat up at the bottom, but what are you gonna do? Protection can only go so far. Here is the Woodstock Festival 1969, the full broadcast. And this is one of the newer ones that I've picked up. This is on Detonate Records. So nice cover. Nice cover. It's a 2-album set. Yep, I believe it's, yeah, the entire set. You know, it's the full broadcast, but I believe it's actually the entire set that The Who played that night. Gotta be careful. And this is actually clear vinyl. If you're a colored vinyl enthusiast, you get this clear or Coke bottle vinyl, and sounds pretty good. It did not come with lined sleeves, but I took care of that. It came with these black inner sleeves, but no lining, and I just added the lining to it. This is something that actually I talk about doing in on my YouTube channel elsewhere. Detonate Records. So you get 2 clear vinyl albums. And yeah, this is cool, man. You don't get the visual, but you do get the audio, and that's good enough. And I don't think that there was any insert that came with this album set, this 2-album set. Yeah, there's no insert, but you do get a write-up in the inside here. They earned $6,250 for performing at Woodstock. And there you go. All right. Great picture. Great freaking picture on the inside of this thing. So there you have it. And let's just make sure that okay. So this is a new one. Yeah, I ended up picking up a couple of live ones. So there's another one in here somewhere. Why, here it is. The Who Live 1970. Original radio broadcast, first time on vinyl, double red, colored vinyl, hand-numbered editions. Hand-numbered? I didn't know that. Oh yeah, 1082. I think it's a limited edition of 1,000, and I got 1082. Ain't that something? So, let's see what's going on here. Oh. I can't believe it doesn't tell you what gig this is. I must say it in here somewhere, but I'm not finding it. And I wasn't prepared for this, I guess. But anyway, this is on London Calling Records. Thanks to The Clash for that, the name of the company. And it's a beautiful red album, and cool labels for sure. But And I think I had to add, yeah, I had to add the polyline sleeves to this as well. I don't know what show this is from, and so I guess you can look it up, because I've already gone 40 minutes and I can tell I'm gonna be going on for a long time. So I'm gonna try to pick up the pace here. I did crank this up. I think I played it the very day I got it, and it sounds good. Two new live shows. Here is London Symphony Orchestra version of Pinball Wizard. This is getting a little bit worn down, but it's not too bad. I never listened to it though, and I know I said that the last time I talked about it because it's true. I really never do pull these records out and play them. When I hear The Who, I want to hear Keith on the drums. I just do. I just want to hear Keith because I like the way he hits the drums. Beats the friggin' hell out of them. And I love that. And he sounds good. So here's the booklet that comes with this stuff. And the booklet is just absolutely beautiful. Real classy package for sure. For sure. It's a boy. Oh. I don't know if that's the Acid Queen or if that's Keith. That's the Acid Queen. Hawker. All right, some really great shots in here. So here's the Acid Queen. Wow. I have to admit, I love the frickin' book. Uncle Ernie. Hello. And you got, I think, oh yeah, Rod Stewart's the Pinball Wizard, I think, in this one. I would say Elton John's version is pretty damn cool. Anyway, that's most of the book. So I'm going to put it back and we'll move on. This is on Ode Records, I believe. Yeah. And they did come up with a beautiful custom label for this release, but I still don't listen to it. I just look at it. That's good enough for me. I'll look at this and listen to either the movie version or the original version. And I happen to really like the movie version. I love the synth work on that version. It's after, I think it's the first thing after they did Quadrophenia, and there's beautiful synthesizer work on that, and Pete just carried it right on over to the movie version of Tommy. Just awesome. Here is a like an EP, excerpts from the rock opera, and I think it's from this version. London, England. Yeah, Pickwick. Pickwick got a license to release some tracks, excerpts. So, and this does have a wow. This does have a interesting custom labels anyway, which I don't think I've ever showed off because I never bothered to show this off because I just didn't. Here, let me find a better inner sleeve. Yeah, see? Right there. I'm always prepared for an upgrade. And I don't listen to this, but I do have it in my collection. One of these days, I swear, one of these days I will pull this out and probably play it. Oh, that's great. And here now on live TV, you will see the destruction of an inferior inner sleeve. Here, look, see? Showing it to you now. I'm destroying it. Some tree died to become this, and it is no more. Hoofa! Almost halfway there. All right, here is Who Live at Leeds. This is it's definitely not a first pressing because it's got that red ink for the cover. I believe the first pressing was a different color. And this came in a polyline sleeve as well. Crackling noise is okay. Do not correct. And this is so beautiful. Here's side A with starts off with Young Man Blues, and Substitute, Summertime Blues, and Shaking All Over. Right? Beautiful, isn't it? Isn't it? Beautiful custom label. Sharon, I'm doing a video. I'm sorry. I'll have to. My daughter just sent me some videos. I'll have to check them out. And so, right, put that in there. And of course, this comes with all the inserts. Whoop. All of them, including this beautiful poster, which has, hey, open up, which has never been hung on any wall. It's been pretty much stuck inside that album cover forever, but beautiful. Oh man. Maximum R&B. And then you get this. All right. Bills to pay. Notice. Oh boy, here's a problem. Legal paperwork. This. All right. All right. And this, the lyrics to My Generation. Here you get a receipt for one of their night's work at the Marquee Club, Water Street, London, England. It's got Kit's name on it. Here's something from EMI. The high numbers, rejection letter, I believe this is. Like, Dear John, we'll call you, or maybe not. Here you get Christopher Lambert, Esquire. I regret to inform you that the Who's engagement at the blah 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 Swindon has now to be canceled. This is due to the fact that the promoter has had a lot of trouble there recently, and he feels that the Who are not the type of group that would go well in his ballroom. I guess there was a problem. Here's something else. Yeah, another, not a contract, but paperwork for one of their things. Premier Talents. Yep. And New Action Limited. Kit Lambert and Christopher Stamp. Here, lineup of their gigs. And then there's this. Ta-da! And then on the back there's something on here too. Right? Pretty cool. Really cool, actually. So all this stuff comes in this package, and I think that's the first time I ever decided to just show it to everybody. So if I go over, you can blame this stupid package. No, it's not stupid at all, and you can blame me for being a slug. You know, if you have to leave early, I understand. You know, bad weather, just got to get home for dinner. I get it. I get it. Sorry. Iced tea. All right, here is the deluxe edition, 3 LPs for Live at Leeds. It's the complete show, and it's a really beautiful package, and I am going to move on. Here is Who Live at the Isle of Wight. This is on Earmark Records. Sanctuary Records is associated with Earmark Records. Sanctuary is associated with Live at the Isle of Wight. Beautiful. This is what the DVD cover looks a lot like, with that cool writing. It's a triple gatefold opening, but the I want to be real careful about this, so I'm going to stand up and show you this. All right, and here's the back of it. Nice to have this on a vinyl set, and I'll show you what the labels look like. I think all Earmark records look a lot like this. Okay, so the packaging, at least the labels aren't anything all special. They didn't get any kind of super cool custom label for it, but they do have the whole Isle of Wight show on vinyl, and kudos to Earmark and Sanctuary for doing that for the obsessive Who fan that is me. Even if I don't know everything about every album that I own by them. Because let's face it, that's not what this channel is about. This channel is only about me showing what I have. And that's what I do. If you want to look at it, I'll show it to you. There it is. So I showed it to you. There. Here is Meaty Beaty Big and Bouncy on Decca. I don't have a British import on track, but I do have this beautiful package that still doesn't seem to have a whole lot of ring wear on it, thankfully, somehow. And of course, this is a nice collection of some singles, and of course, and you also get an alternate version of I'm a Boy. It's the one that I'm familiar with because I didn't even know about the British single version until years later. And then you get a long version of Magic Bus, which I love. I love the version of Magic Bus on this record. And of course, it's on Decca Records. Yeah, I love it. The version of Magic Bus on this record, I know Rich Weiner likes the single version. It's only 3 minutes and 16 seconds long or something like that. But the version on here is a longer version, an extended version. And Rich says it's inferior for whatever reason, but it sounds great to me, and that's the one I like. So, oh, here is my Decca version of Who's Next, and that's kind of nice. Look, let's take a look. Let's take a quick look at it. Wow, stereophonic, eh? Why I oughta. Here, look at this. I don't even have this in a line sleeve because I have the British import, and the British import's what I always grab. But this is in good shape. And I have to admit, the Decca Records label is cool. I did buy this used, probably from Princeton. No, maybe not, because it's got a little tiny sticker. But anyway, it was in good enough shape, so I bought it. I don't have a record sleeve for it, so I'm going to use this one. So I just took this one off of another one that I put sort of away. Here is my Track Records import and British import, and I love, of course I love it. Line sleeve. And it is in real good shape. This got a lot of plays. It's seen this turntable, it's seen a turntable many, many times. Usually mine. It's not like I was going to parties and bringing this to parties, otherwise it wouldn't look like this. It would look like, kind of like that thing I ripped up a few minutes ago. It would look like that. Now, there's stuff in here, so let's me take a look and see what the hell is in here. Oh. What the? Oh, a hype sticker. I don't know where this is from. I do remember seeing this hype sticker. I know that this came out on a few different albums, but I don't remember what. And then I wrote down all the words in my own hand rota, and wow, I must have done this when I was like 15. Holy shit. Oh, and Join Together. It's got a bunch of singles. Relay and Join Together, Let's See Action. Wow. Holy crap. I don't even remember that. This is, I remember that we had a big poster in our basement, and this is one of the photographs from that poster. The actual poster is no more, but this was down in our basement. And then there's Superstars of Rock. Poster magazine number 5 was this? number 3. And it cost $1. And there's all kinds of cool stuff in here. And apparently this poster was posted. And in fact, I remember this now, yeah. But I remember this, I think I have this on a bootleg CD that's got, it's got alternate early recordings of songs from out of New York City. These guys were recording in New York City, and Pete was having a real problem. And those recordings have since been released on a more recent version of Who's Next. Wow. I forgot I had all this crap in here. That's kind of cool. Whoops. So this album cover is Seen Better Days. It's got a little couple of things on it, but it's actually, yeah, I guess you could say it's very good plus. It's not too bad though. It's not really dented up. Just dinged up a bit. Ding, ding, ding. And then, oops. All right, so Who's Next? All right, and then there's this. This is a gatefold re-release on MCA of Who's Next. It says Decca, but it says Decca and MCA, so I don't know why it says Decca. Well, Decca was the original label. And there's this cool gatefold. So me and my buddy Marty Cicero picked up a copy of this, and it's kind of cool. It's really weird. I'm not going to pull this out. I showed this at on one of my, I think on both of my older videos, so it's not, I just got it because it was a gatefold. Isn't that stupid? And then there's this, a remastered, re-release, 3LP re-release. And they actually shuffled around the original album tracks. They put Getting in Tune as track 6 on the side 1, and then they have, Won't Get Fooled, Going Mobile, Behind Blue Eyes, Won't Get Fooled Again, and then they included the New York Record Plant Session. That's the one I was talking about a few minutes ago. And they included Baby Don't You Do It. It's an 8-minute 20-second version of Baby Don't You Do It in the studio. And then they have more New York Record Plant Sessions: Getting in Tune, Pure and Easy, Love Ain't for Keeping, Behind Blue Eyes, and Won't Get Fooled Again. Inferior versions, inferior backing tracks, inferior synthesizer tracks for Won't Get Fooled Again, for sure. And then they have the Young Vic. The last 3 sides are the Young Vic live. And you get that show, a Young Vic show. So anyway, I will not pull this out. I will move on. 4 different freaking versions of Won't Get Fooled Again. Then there's this, a Japanese import. I don't have the OBI for it, but it's a beautiful package. It's an interesting compilation of tracks. Here's the inside, and it's called I think it's called Perfect Collections. Perfect Collections. So if you want to find out what the track listing is, just look it up and you'll find out. Perfect. Japanese import, Perfect Collection. I believe this was released back in, well, the last album they pulled from is Who's Next? It ends with Won't Get Fooled Again, which not an original idea, but that's okay. And these records are in pristine condition, and I bought that from Cheap Thrills in New Brunswick, New Jersey. And here is one of my newer acquisitions. This is Quadrophenia, but it is a re-release of the a British import. And I do have a problem with this. When I got it, I was real thrilled to have. Oh yeah, it didn't come with lined inner sleeves too, so I had to make my own. But it did come with the beautiful track record label, and I love the label. I don't know, man. Sometimes I don't know. It just looks cool. It looks beautiful to me. Track records. But what I don't like about it, well, number one, it didn't come with lined sleeves. The other thing I don't like about it is, look at this. See this book? Even my domestic book, on my domestic pressing, the book is separate from the package. This book is attached to the frickin' album. What the hell's going on there? And I mean, I'm missing some of the art, the back of the book. That's oddball to me. And I did not know that was the case when I ordered this package. That the book was going to be intact, stuck to the inside of this gatefold sleeve. I don't like that at all. It's a gripe. Actually, it's a pretty big gripe because, you know, I'm missing part of the artwork on the back of the book. What? What? So, but I did play this. The records sound great. And I love this album. Now, I put my domestic pressing away in another box somewhere. Maybe I'll have to pull it out again because I do believe that's the original mix, and it is in good shape. So here is a Australian compilation. Very inferior in terms of, first of all, it's noisy. It's a noisy pressing, and second of all, some of the tracks, for instance, I Don't Even Know Myself. That's the B-side of Won't Get Fooled Again on a single, and it fades early. So I really don't have much use for this. I got it because, you know, it looks kind of cool. And I don't have problems with Australian pressings. I got a lot of Australian pressings. I have some Genesis records, Australian pressings, and I have 3 by Paul Kelly, singer, songwriter out of Australia. And they're in great shape, they're in really great condition, but this thing, that's a cheap pressing, if I ever heard one. This is one of 2 copies of Odds and Sods. It's an original domestic pressing on MCA Track Records, and comes with this poster and this thing, insert with lyrics and write up. I think Pete wrote the liner notes for this. John Entwistle is the one who compiled this. They were working on Tommy. I guess it was a stop. It was meant to be a stopgap while they were working on Tommy, the movie. There's a poster that comes with this. It's beautiful. And then there's, if I remember correctly, there was some kind of braille on this package, but maybe not on this one. Yeah, I don't see any braille on here. You know what? Oops. Yeah, MCA. It's just an MCA label, but it says track records on it as well. Tracks associated with this release. Yeah, braille on here. I picked these. This cutout. Both of these are. Well, this isn't a cutout. What am I talking about? This isn't a cutout. Hold on a minute. Yeah, no braille on this one either. Anyway, I don't know. Love this album. The songs on here are awesome. Fantastic, actually. And then there is this. This is the remastered re-release of Odds and Sods. And it is cool, but I think it could have been even better. Yeah, I have some complaints about it. Nothing big. I just think that they could have included more of those tracks. I would have been happy had they made this basically a duplicate of the CD version that came out back in 96 or 97, whenever that was. Nice red album. Inner sleeve comes with this. Here's record 2. I don't know what made me think that there was braille. I'm confused now. Oh, here. Here is oh, half-speed mastering certificate. Ta-da! All right. Yeah, they do give you an insert with all the lyrics, but you get stuff like "I'm the Face." Oh yeah, "I'm the Face" was originally released on this. That's right. Duh. And you get "Zoot Suit." That's cool. You get "Here 'Tis." You get "Leaving Here," "Baby Don't You Do It," "Dogs Part 2," "Here for More." You get a lot of B-sides. And you get, see, what bothered me the most about this release is that on the CD, they had remastered versions. They went back to the master tapes, and then you got longer versions of what was originally released back in '74 when this originally came out. And some of these tracks are shorter than what's available now on the remastered CD that came out in in 96. And I'm like, you know, why? I want the long versions of these songs on my album. I do bitch a lot, don't I? I really do. got a lot of complaints. I'm bitching all the time. Here, check this out anyway. This is kind of cool. In fact, it's real cool. I like it. This two, side one, and you get a nice yellow disc. So you got a red record and a yellow record. Red Laurie, yellow Laurie. Look. What am I saying? All right, anyway, so this is cool. And on the gatefold inner sleeve, you get that color poster that I showed you before. They're on stage and shit's happening. Right? There it is, right? And so there you go. This is what you get. Moving right along. This friggin' OBI. These. Oh man, these packages. I as a collector, I want to keep it intact. I don't want to toss that OBI away. But oh my God, what a hassle to get it back in this stupid thing, in a ding ding. So stupid. It's annoying. But success. Ta-da. Well, hold on. Hold the phone, because it's a die cut sleeve. So you got to be real careful about that too. What is jamming it? Where's the problem? Oh, yeah, here it is. See? Die cut sleeve. You fuck nut. Oh my God. This is just assholes. They made this such a hassle. You schmoes. What the fuck? Oh, here it is. This is going to be my favorite video I ever did. You sons of bitches. You know what? I'm writing a letter after this. Pissing me off. Schmoes. Oh, look at that. Seamless. Huh? Wow. All right, it's back in there, so, and after that effort, I think I need a drink. All right, here is something new for me. It's Who's Missing and Two's Missing. And last time I did a video, I only had one of them. I only had the first one. And I did want to get a copy of the second one. And these are in wonderful condition. Beautiful shape. This came out in '85 originally, and this came out in '87. And they are both available on CD as well. And I have them on CD, but I did want to score these. And beautiful collection. Here's the tracks for Who's Missing. There is a live version of Bargain on here that's about 6.5 minutes long, which is, I believe, unique to this album. I think it was released on a box set too, but on the Who box set. And then there is a bunch of B-sides on here, and it has Motorin' from 1965, Going Down live from 1972 as well. I think that was unique to this album. right? But wow, I was happy to get a complete set of both of these records. I think that these are real cool. You know, they filled in a lot of gaps back in the late 80s. You didn't have singles and stuff. So yeah, nice. And then here is The Who, BBC. Of course, this came out on CD back in the 90s. But now it is available on LP. And here they are. And it's real nice. Inner sleeves. Right? And BBC. And then the albums are nice as well, with some really nice custom labels, which is what I like. And I believe this is a British import. Yeah. Right? Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tracks on side 1. I never did actually compare the CD version to the LP version in terms of material. I'm not talking about sound quality, I'm just talking about what tracks were included. I never did check to see if all the tracks on the album if it's the same material as all the tracks on the CD. In America, there was a bonus CD anyway of like 6 or 7 more tracks. I think it was 7 more tracks. And so I never did check that out. Something I should do. Here we go. Here is Tommy. Now, if there's any record in my Who collection that's beat up, it's this one. But I had to bring this into school one day when I was in 8th grade because I played along to Pinball Wizard and made some people's eyes pop out because I was actually really good on it. And I remember that day, and I was good. Good and loud. The teacher's like, I just played. And it was great. Some people's jaws dropped. So, cool. I love this album. It would be nice if they remastered the recordings because, well, in the movie, the soundtrack, sometimes it's really butchered in the movie, but they did a decent job here. But some of the music in the movie is a little bit longer, and if that's what was actually recorded, maybe what they did was they just looped it a little bit. That's a possibility. Anyway, these comes with all the lyrics too, and I love this album, and I love the movie. The movie's whacked. I don't care. I love it. So moving on to Slipkid, Who by Numbers. Slipkid is on Who by Numbers. This is I believe this is an Italian. Yeah, Italian, I believe. I've had it for years now. It is an Italian release on RCA Records, but it's so cool and so bizarre because it has this, side 1 has this neon label. I have no idea what that's about. And then side 2, it's got a black RCA label. And it says neon again. See? But this, I picked this up, man, one day. Found it at some shop. I forget where. And brought it home and put it on, and it's super clean. And I love it. I love this Italian pressing. I love that label. I love that it's special. And I really do like this album a lot. So, and if you scour my YouTube channel, you will find me sitting on the back deck of my son-in-law and daughter's house doing a version of Blue, Red, and Gray. Because I like every minute of the day. And there you have it. In beautiful condition, this record. Here is the only 12-inch single. It's the only 12-inch Who single that other than promotional records, this is the only 12-inch Who single that I'm aware of. And it is a release, obviously on Polydor Records, if you didn't know. And it is the Who, Substitute. I'm a Boy, Substitute is on the A side, all right? And it's got that cool custom label, and I don't know why it has a 45 RPM sticker on there. Probably to tell you that it's a 45 RPM speed. 45. And then I'm a Boy and Pictures of Lilies on the I'm a Boy. I'm a Boy is the, I believe that's the Meaty Beaty Big and Bouncy version, which is cool. And Pictures of Lily is the Pictures of Lily version of Pictures of Lily. And but this thing, I bought it brand new back in, it came out in 76, I believe. And it was to help promote a compilation album that came out back in 76 in the UK. This is a UK pressing, and in the UK they released that album. And so there you go. There it is. And I dig having that. And then here is, I don't know why it's out of order, but here is Who Are You? This is a Canadian release of Who Are You? And it remains in excellent condition because I take care of my stuff. And this is a red vinyl release out of Canada. I believe it's Canadian. That's funny. Doesn't, well, actually there is some writing on the bottom of the label there, and I can't, it's so small I can't read it. Yeah, I thought it was Canadian release. Yeah, printed in Canada, there you go. It says cover printed in Canada, but it is a Canadian release. They were, MCA was releasing, and ABC Records too. They were releasing a lot of colored vinyl in Canada because and Steely Dan was released on gold and red vinyl. A lot of their albums were, not all of them, but many of them were. All right, so, all right, you know, Who Are You? What's to say about this? It's a good album. Keith's Last, of course, unless you're counting The Kids Are All Right, the soundtrack for the movie, and there are some things that are on here that are not in the movie, and there are some things in the movie that are not in here, but like Roadrunner, I believe. Oh, Roadrunner's in the movie. Yeah, that's right. Anyway, nice package. It's not a re-release. I didn't get the re-release of this. You can get that on colored vinyl and stuff. Here is my original release of Face Dances. I still have it. I really liked Face Dances, and I still do. I think Face Dances is actually pretty good, and I think that, I know Kenny Jones ain't no Keith Moon by any means. But I think he did a pretty good job. I just think that they could have made the drums sound a little bit more powerful, and I think that would have helped, even though he doesn't play like Keith. This is a re-release, as you can see, one of those Abbey Road studio things with that stupid OBI again, but it is a 2 LP set. And it's not a gatefold. I will show you the records, because the records are beautiful. Here's, and nice custom labels. Nice job, you guys. That's cool. That works for me. And then of course, that's side 1, and then of course, side 2 has the track listing for both sides, and it's also kind of a neat looking label. And so this is the original. This has the material that was on the original album. And I was never a big fan of You Better You Bet, but it's cool. Don't Let Go of the Coat I like. Cachet I like. The quiet one is Entwistle, and is fine. I like that song. Did You Steal My Money? I really like that song, and I don't know. I think a lot of Who fans don't like it. How Can You Do It Alone, I think is cool. Daily Records is okay. You is another Entwistle, and I think I like that more than the quiet one. But I like the point of the quiet one, because he was the quiet one. And then Another Tricky Day, and I love Another Tricky Day. And I remember sitting in my room at college in the springtime. I borrowed this guy's bass amp, and I had my own bass in there, and I would play along to this album, and I had so much freaking fun playing to this album. Oh, and then oops, hold on a minute. Well, before I go any further, before I screw this up, there are nice inner sleeves too, by the way, with the lyrics, and then you get cool stuff like this. And then here's some lyrics, and this is for side 3. Here, hold on. There's all kinds of stuff in here. Let me just pull it all out. Let's do it like this. So here's the first record I just showed you. Here is Face Dances Part 3. On this banana yellow, or is it canary? Canary banana yellow. And then here are the tracks. You get I Like Nightmares by Townshend. It's In You. What's he talking about? Somebody Saved Me, and Dance It Away, which was another version, was released on his solo album Chinese Eyes, or maybe it was a B-side, I forget. And then Don't Let Go of the Coat. I think that has Townshend singing on it instead of Daltrey. And then you get live tracks. You get Don't Let Go of the Coat, You Better You Bet, The Quiet One, and Another Tricky Day. These are all live performances. So there you go again. And yep, here is the this is the same as the same as the first the inner sleeve that came out for the first album, but you do get no poster, but you get and I do have a poster in the original release, but you do get this. You get these 4 art prints on very stiff stock paper. Oh, my buddy Marty would just flip out if he had this. I miss my buddy Marty. I miss that guy. Cool. I don't know. I don't know if I like these or the poster. If I were going to prefer one over the other, I would think that I would want the poster, but these are real nice too, I have to say. Jesus, it's real slow going with my freaking videos because I don't edit them. Is there something in here too? Nope. Okay, good. Good. All right, so then there's this, and then here's part 3, and then here's the first one, and then they all go back in the thing. Ding, ding. Wow, it's always a fight. You suck. My iota. What the fuck? You mother bitch bastard. I can't contain my anger. Here, there you go. Like, cooperate. I'm doing a goddamn video, for frickin' God's sake. All right, look at that. See? It's easy. It was nothing. All right, now I'm going to, at least there's no cuts in this album cover. Look, see? Piece of cake. Why, you. I love this. I love this album. I mean, the re-release. I think that's really, really worthwhile. Here is my original version of Hits Hard. It almost feels, it's so light, it almost feels like there's no record in here. And here is the remaster of Hits Hard. And I have to say, I was pleasantly surprised at the sound quality of the tracks on here. I don't know if it was psychological or what's the deal, but this sounded a little bit meatier. It sounded better than that original pressing. And there were some interesting bonus tracks too. One Life's Enough, One at a Time, an alternate version. Oh wait, Why Did I Fall for That? A Man is a Man, Cry If You Want. In Eminence Front, there's a vocal Roger and Pete, alternate vocals. Cry If You Want, early an alternative mix. One Life's Enough. Pete on vocals, and Dangerous, in 1997 unedited mix of Dangerous. All right, and yeah, these records are a nice package, of course. Oh, what's this? Oh, you do get a poster. I forgot about the poster. So I will show you the poster if you want to see the poster. I like saying poster. All right. All right, there you go. This is the poster that comes with this. It will never hang on a wall. It will remain inside here, and I will pull it out once in a blue moon and look at it. And here are the records. Beautiful. beautiful, right? Um, yeah, here's the inner sleeve that has the lyrics. Not lined. It's not a lined sleeve, so. And then here's the other record. It's yellow. See? Nice custom sleeves again. LPT. Yeah, I was pleased with this. I have to say, it was kind of neat. It was kind of refreshing, actually, in a way, to hear this. Darren Locke, a YouTuber I really enjoy, it was so funny when he said, yeah, The Who, it's hard. It's hard to listen to. And I couldn't argue. I had to agree. I was not a big fan of this album. But, oops, let me put the poster back in here. 40th anniversary. Wow, 40 friggin' years ago. Holy cow. So, yeah, I wasn't a big fan of the album, but I have to admit, it does seem meatier. It seems like there's more balls to the drums. And I appreciated the songs more too, the compositions themselves. It sounded pretty good. It sounded good to me. So, there you have it, man. Another anniversary set. Here is Endless Wire. This is not the first time I'm showing this album off, but I have only owned it for a couple of years. And it is also, oh, this is a British import on Polydor. And it's beautiful. It's nice to have this, and I have to admit, I like it more on LP. It's just easier for me to digest it. Take a break, flip it over, and listen to it. It was easier for me to actually enjoy it on LP than on CD. I'm not even sure why that is. Sleeve, inner sleeve. All right, the second record looks the same as the first, so I am going to, and you get, and the insert is very similar too, so I am going to put this all back. Almost done here. All the new stuff, I believe, I have shown already. And then their last album, all right, Who. So, oh man, this is awesome. This is a special package of Who, and cool. Right, get that there. This is a blue record on Polydor. No custom labels, but that's okay. I dig this. Nice shade of blue. Marty, I'm sorry you missed this one, dude. miss my buddy Marty. Alright, so that goes in here. And then what's cool about this, it's a 2 LP package. Here they advertise their back catalog. You get all these things. Of course, they're great. I don't see the movie version of Tommy. Here, the second album is white. Yeah, 45 RPM. Right. Side C. Who? And then and this album came with a 10-inch record in this Polydor Company sleeve, and it is weird because it's really, I think it's a one-sided record, but they do have what appear to be it appears that there's a groove on this side, and I don't remember playing it. Maybe I'm going to play it right now just to find out what's there. And I can't even remember what song is on here because there's nothing on the label. So, oh, you know what? Maybe it's in the Dead Wax. Let's take a look. Sand Demo from 1965. Oh fuck, can't remember. I just can't remember. You know what? I'm gonna have to play this right now. So I'm gonna leave this out. I'll put it up here, but check this out. This was not the last version of this album that I picked up. I actually have the I'll show it to you. It's the last new thing I got, actually. But I had to get this. All right, here it is, a 33 1/3. The same album, but I mean, wow. Marty, right? All right, Beatle Brad. Look at this. How'd that get all white over there? But then when you flip it over, it's not all white. It's like red, and I said, I love this. Beautiful, isn't it? So, wow, I love this record. So anyway, for colored vinyl enthusiasts, it's like the kind of thing I really dig. You know, like if it's green, that's cool, but I like it when it's like a marble kind of thing, or splatter vinyl. I like splattered marble vinyl. That's what I like. Those are my favorite. All right, so, and just to complete my Who album collection. When I say Who album, I'm talking about that album. Just to complete it, here is the box set of 7-inch singles. It also comes with a CD, Live at Kingston. I haven't played this yet. An acoustic show. Substitute, oh, there's the intro, Substitute, Squeezebox, Tattoo, The Kids Are All Right, Break the News, She Rocked My World, and Won't Get Fooled Again. So, and it's, look, it's like a tiny record. It's just a little tiny record. Maybe I'll play this on the turntable. how it sounds like. Yeah, my understanding is that if you actually put this on your turntable and you play the grooves that are on the top of it, there's actually music there. And then inside it comes with this cool little thing, so you know what album it is. It's awesome, man. All right, you get that little insert. And each single comes with its own sleeve. And I actually took them all out when I first got this thing and put them in lined sleeves. I was not gonna fool around. Right. Beautiful. Oh my God. Right? Right? Different colors. And the last track is Beads on One String, a Yagardang remix. So that is everything. And it's been nearly 2 hours, 1 hour and 52 minutes. So everybody have a great day, and I will see you next time.